Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, thank you for stopping by to watch today's video. My name is Abigail. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some habits I have cultivated that has helped me personally when it comes to self-development. And I felt compelled to share this habit with you guys because as we all know, it's almost the end of the year. And I felt like some people will be looking for habits that they want to cultivate in order to improve themselves personally, so I decided to share this habit with you guys. I know that this habit will be very helpful. So you want to stick around and watch this video to the very end. So without further ado, let's get straight right into the video. So the first habit I have cultivated is the habit of self-reflection. This is me making regular time for introspection. Introspection basically means me examining my own thoughts, feelings, and behavior to gain a deeper understanding of myself. I feel like there's a time in one's life where we don't really understand ourselves, like we don't know our values, what we want, how we feel or react to certain things. This is where self-reflection comes into play. One has to sit down to reflect, to have a deeper understanding of who they really are and what they want, their feelings and all of that. Because basically, if you don't know yourself, then who are you? So self-reflection is very important. Self-reflection has actually helped me to have a deeper look into my kind of person, my feelings, my thoughts, how I react to things. So this act has basically helped me to identify areas for personal growth and improvement, because obviously when you get to like reflect, you get to like see loopholes on things you need to work on, things you need to improve on. So that is what self-reflection has basically helped me do, and it has also helped me to make personal decisions and choices. And most importantly, it has actually helped me to become more self-aware, because I know how I'm going to react to certain things, what I'm going to say to certain things, and all of that. So self-reflection is really important. If you don't do this, this is one act you need to cultivate, the act of self-reflection. It is going to help you a whole lot. You get to like have a deeper understanding of your type of person, how you're going to react to certain things and all of that. So self-reflection is really, really important. The next habit is reading books. I love to read. I love to read. I had to mention this because this is something that I know that I really enjoy doing, and it has actually helped me in so many ways. As a last year, I wasn't really getting the most out of my reading. I read a lot of books, but I wasn't really getting the most out of my reading, if that makes sense. So early this year, I had to like make a conscious effort. I had to put it as a goal to read and get the most out of my reading. And that is something I've been doing that I really appreciate, that I really love. Because as a last year, I read a lot of books, like I said, but I really didn't get the most out of my reading. Why is because the job I was doing as at then gave me little to no time to rest. I had little to no time for myself. And when I tried reading, they were mostly at night. And because after going about my day to day activities at work and all of that, I am always stressed and tired. When I start to read any book, before I'm done reading probably two chapters, I would fall asleep because of the stress. I'm tired and I needed rest. So I wasn't really getting the most out of my reading. I wasn't really enjoying reading, and this is something that I really love to do, but I wasn't really enjoying it because of the stress that my body has accumulated from work during the day and all of that. So I made a conscious effort as at the beginning of 2024 that I was going to make conscious effort to read and actually get the most out of my reading. And that's something I did. And I had to like implement reading self-improvement books. I've actually read quite a few that I really love, that I really like. And I'm going to mention two that you really need to read that is going to help you, which is No Excuses by Brian Tracy. That book was actually gifted to me by someone. I've actually read a book multiple times from beginning to the end, and this book is really interesting. It's not the kind of book you read and you get bored. No, it's actually the type of book that when you start reading it, you would be so engrossed that you would not know when you read so many chapters. It is that interesting. So this book basically encourages you to stay disciplined in different aspects of one's life, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your business, your relationship with people, and all of that. and it's actually very good. So anytime I feel like discouraged to do whatever I'm doing, I just read that book. I just get like motivated back again to keep on going, to stay more disciplined to whatever I'm doing. So that book is one book I would encourage you to read. Then the next one is Why Act the Way You Think. That book is actually very good because it basically helps you to know why people act a certain way or why you act a certain way. Basically, it's all about people's temperament, if that makes sense. That book is actually another nice book you need to read. I've actually read some self-development book, but these two books actually stood out to me, and that is why I'm encouraging you to read those books. So reading is going to help you a lot because reading has actually helped me improve my knowledge, and it has actually helped me broaden my perspective to the way I see things and the way I react to things. And this is something that's going to help you as a young person, if you're actually a young person, or if you're not young, it will still help you because no knowledge is wasted, right? So yeah, reading is very important. The next one is continuous learning, and this is kind of similar to that of reading books because basically, when you read books, you get to like broaden your knowledge. But in this aspect of continuous learning is me picking up online courses to study, to learn, and I really enjoyed it because I've been able to learn some things that I really did not know, and that is a plus mark for me because no knowledge is wasted, and I'm glad I did. So basically, if you want to improve your knowledge, you can actually read books and also pick up online courses. This is something that would help you a lot because there are so many online courses that you can you can take. You can actually pick up online courses that are related to your field, or probably you can learn something outside your field. And this is something that you'll be glad you did because no knowledge is wasted basically. And that is something that I did that I really like, that I really enjoyed this year. And hopefully I would keep up with that habit of learning. Yeah. The next habit is setting boundaries, learning to say no and no more pleasing people. And this is something that I really struggled with because I find it difficult to say no to certain things, and this has actually affected me in a lot of ways. Trying to put trying to please people, sometimes I do this at the detriment of my own feelings, and this is something that I did not like. So I became very intentional as at this year to set more boundaries, learning to say no when I need to say no, and no more pleasing people. Yes, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to put others' interest ahead of mine, but there has to be like a boundary basically, like not overdoing it, because this was something that I struggle with. I would always put people's interest ahead of mine all the time at the detriment of my own feelings. So, but now I know how to like balance it whereby I don't hurt myself at the end of the day. And this is something that you need to do. This is something you need to do. If you know you struggle with this, set boundaries. So this is something that has really helped me. When I say no to people, when I need to say no, I do not feel bad for saying no because I know that I need to say no, because if I don't say no, I would feel bad. And I don't have to feel bad for the decisions that I have made or have taken. So setting boundaries is really important. So I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do. If certain things are not okay or right by me and I need to say no, I would say no. I won't say yes just to please you, just to make you happy at the detriment of my own feeling or my own self. No, it's not going to work. So setting boundaries is really, really important. It will also help you to like gain self-respect for yourself, because when you're always trying to please people, people would step on you. They would step on you. That is it. So to avoid any sort of insult, then to set boundaries. Yeah. The next habit that I have cultivated is the habit of showing gratitude. It could be showing gratitude for the most little things. Sometimes one can actually be at a certain phase in life where things are actually not going as planned, and sometimes you can end up feeling like a failure, or basically you're not too happy with the way things are going. But with gratitude, you get to appreciate the little things that you've done or that is happening around you. You would not be so engrossed with negativity or with the fact that things are not really going as planned. as you want it or as it should. There was a time as at last year, yeah, was it last year or this year, I faced some challenges that really had to do with me mentally. And at some point, I was feeling bad. But instead of me dwelling on the bad, on the things that were happening as at that time, I had to shift my focus to the positive aspect of the things that were happening as at that point. Because obviously, when things are not going as planned, you feel like you failure and you feel stuck to some extent. You feel as if you're stuck. But when you get to like sit down and think and reflect on the little things that you've done or things that are happening around you and you're grateful for it, you would see that it makes a whole lot of difference. You would not feel overwhelmed by the things that are happening around you, basically. So show gratitude. It could be something really big or something really small. Just be grateful for it. Show gratitude, express your gratitude. Yeah. One thing that can help you to always remember the things that you are grateful for is writing those things down. And this is something that I do when I remember that I've done a certain thing and I know that that thing is really important, no matter how little or big it is. I'm going to write it down because if you don't write it down, sometimes you might actually forget that you've actually done something that is what you showing gratitude for. So write down the things you're grateful for, look at it, read it, and try to always have it in your mind and heart so that that would also be like a booster to you, even if things are not really going as you want it to go. Yeah, that's it. The next habit is time management. Time is of the essence. Time is very crucial. Time is very important. And this is one thing everyone has to put into consideration, irrespective of your age. Okay, time is very important because time wasted cannot be regained. So when it comes to the things you do, your job, your business, whatever, anything you're doing, you have to work with time. And this involves you prioritizing your tasks and avoiding procrastination. If you're able to manage your time, you'll be able to accomplish a lot. Like for example, now I know that okay, every week I need to film at least one or two YouTube video. And if I've actually said, okay, on a Monday, I'm actually going to film one or two YouTube video. Once it's Monday, I need to film that YouTube video. There's no point. There's no reason why I need to procrastinate and end up not filming that video. So if you're able to manage your time and get things done, you'll be able to accomplish a lot of things and you would not be choked up. And this is something, one mistake that I made as a last year when I was working at my previous job. I failed to manage my time. In as much as the job I was doing then was consuming a lot of my time, there was still a way I could manage my time, the little time I had to get some things done personally, such as filming my YouTube videos, because I knew that I abandoned my YouTube channel for almost a year, if not more than a year, and that affected my channel a whole lot. Like it really, really did affect my channel because obviously when you're posting on your YouTube channel and you stop for a very long time, it would affect your YouTube channel. To affect your YouTube channel, honestly. And if that I had known, I had prioritized my YouTube channel, I would still look for a way around it. That even as I'm working, I would still be filming YouTube video, even if I'm not 100% consistent. I would still be putting out content on my channel instead of just leaving my channel. But yeah, I've actually learned the importance of time management because obviously as I'm working, I would not want to abandon my channel again. I know that my channel is my number one priority. This is something personal that I need to do. So yeah, time management is really important because it basically helps you to get a lot of things done. As you're working, you're prioritizing where you need to film YouTube videos, do other things for yourself, not just focusing all your attention on one thing without getting all other things done. So yeah, these are all the habits that I have cultivated this year that has actually helped me, and I am really glad that I did cultivated this habit. And will I be leaving these habits? No, I would still make more conscious effort to improve on every single habit that I have cultivated, I still need to improve on it, because obviously I'm actually a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress, and you as well that you're watching this, you are still a work in progress. So if you cannot cultivate all these habits at once, you can actually pick at least one or two habits to cultivate, to work on, and definitely you would see changes, and you would see very good progress when it comes to yourself. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a very big thumbs up and leave a comment as usual. And if you have any good habits that you think that we all should implement personally in our lives, do well to leave it in the comment section. On this note, see you in my next video. Bye.